Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel and I'm the High Mileage Helper. On this channel, my goal is to be able to help you learn more about the RV transporting industry, as well as give how-to videos for your truck, and then give recommendations along the way. So if this is our first time meeting, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you get good value. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can replace your ignition module for your Ram truck and everything you're going to need to know about this system. And we'll get right into the video. So first off, the actual name for this is called a WIN. That's short for a wireless ignition node. And so people call it a WIN module, or just a module, or just a WIN. So in the future, I'm going to be calling it just a WIN. And so what this does is simply, it takes your key. This key is already inside my old one. And what it does is just transfers the signal to the truck saying start the truck, and then it starts. So what happens to these WINs is when you're traveling down the road over lots of miles, over lots of hours, especially if you have things hanging, a lot of heavy things, a lot of other keys on your keychain hanging from your key over lots of miles, what ends up happening to these things is inside things get loose over time. There's a spring inside that wears out just like any other spring, and so eventually this starts losing contact with what it's supposed to keep the truck running down the road. So what happens is, what has happened to me, a very scary situation several times actually, is I'm traveling down the road, I hit bumps on the road, and whether I'm empty or I have a trailer behind me, my lights turn off, I lose power, the engine turns off, I have no power steering. It's a very scary thing to have happen to you. And so if you've ever had a time where you hit a bump and the lights flicker and the engine essentially turns off for a second, this is probably your culprit. Having a loose inner side of the actual WIN module, that's going to be probably your culprit. So what happened to me, at first it started out just a flicker, and then eventually it got so bad where I would hit a bump going down the road, and unfortunately somehow it only happened at nighttime for the most part. So my headlights turn off, I'm driving in pitch black, super scary. So what would happen was I would have to move my key, which there's enough play here, and that would actually maneuver it enough inside to actually make contact again. And so literally I have to wiggle the key to be able to get the truck to start working again, for it to start running again. And so for me, that was incredibly dangerous, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't even know if you can fix it. And with these WIN modules, you can't just pull them apart and replace the spring. There's a loaded system in here where everything is completely put together a certain way. If you don't get it exactly back together, you're not going to have any luck running your truck. And so you just simply need to replace this as a complete WIN module. And so I had this problem some time ago, and I just didn't know what to do. I talked to the dealership, and they said it was going to be well over $1,000 just to replace this. I would actually have to have my keys then reprogrammed to learn the new module, which was going to be a few hundred more dollars, I think. And so altogether it was going to be in like the $1,500 range. And I can't afford that. I couldn't afford that at that time, and that's just crazy to me. So I was looking online to find someone else who could actually do the same job, do it right, and have an actual quality part put into my truck, and it not cost an arm and a leg. And so I found that person finally online. I am so grateful. And the company that I found is AutoTech Electronics. AutoTech AutoTech Electronics has a YouTube channel. They have several videos going through the symptoms, the problems, how to actually replace them. They have a great customer support team going through that, talking to you through on the phone, texting, all those things to be able to help get this problem fixed in your truck. So what I did was I found their YouTube channel. I went to their website. I put in all my information, the VIN number, everything. And what they do is they send you a completely brand new module with 2 keys. This is my old 2 keys, but 2 keys that are already programmed to the module, to the WIN module, and the module is already programmed for your truck. I also, because I have just the ST, the Ram 3500 ST version, I did not have remote start. And I've always wanted remote start, so they actually have upgraded WIN modules to be able to do that. So I was able to add the remote start to my truck, which is just incredible, especially when overnight, you know, I'm trying to sleep in my back seat and it gets too hot, it gets too cold. I need the truck to turn on for maybe 15 minutes, do that a couple times throughout the night, unless I actually want the truck running the whole night. But for me, upgrading to that remote start was a huge thing. So what I did was just simply order from AutoTech Electronics. I told them the situation over the phone. Hey, listen, I have a load next week. I don't feel comfortable going out there on another load with this problem going on. I'm just trying to make it home. Is it possible to ship this as quick as possible? They went above and beyond. I can't tell you, they went above and beyond. They overnighted it to me, which cost them even more money. They went above and beyond to help me save my bacon so I could go back out on the road the next week, and they got it delivered to me over the weekend. Another thing I just need to share with you before we go any further is that on this channel, I value my integrity and giving full disclosure with you guys about anything that I have on my channel. For this situation, this company, AutoTech Electronics, I did pay full price for this system. This was over a year ago, 2 years ago now. Again, I'll show you the date on that when I actually did make that purchase. But I just want to share with you, from me to you, I paid full price at that time. In the making of this video, however, I contacted them to see if we could find any way to have maybe a coupon code for you guys if you actually were going to need this and actually buy it from them. But I knew I needed to make this video at some time because I know it just couldn't be just me who had a problem with my key turning my truck off and on. And so I was trying to get a coupon code for you guys, but because their prices are already so low, their margins are so low as it is compared to the competition, which is Dodge, essentially, they can't really give an additional discount on top of the already great deal that they're giving us. So in the making of this video, they were willing to give me an extra key for my truck, and on their website you'll see that the value of a key for my truck is going to be $100. So just so you guys know, I paid full price when I did this over a year ago, and in the making of this video, they're willing to give me a key for $100 value, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But for you guys, just to know my heart, I'm not trying to sell you a bill of goods. I'm not trying to throw you guys under the bus. This is one of the few products on my truck that I've had zero problems with, and I am so grateful for that. I'm blown away by the actual company, how they operate, and the actual product, physical product itself. They're not perfect. I'm sure there's no perfect system out there, but these guys are top notch. And so I just want to share that with you quickly so you guys know where I'm coming from. I'm not making $1 million. They were willing to give me simply another key, actually because I lost one of my 2 keys that I had, my key fobs or whatever you call these things. And so I just wanted to share that with you before we go any further, and just know my heart that I'm not trying to throw you guys under the bus, or I made some deal and I'm making a whole bunch of money. That's not the case. And so I just wanted to share that with you. So the very first thing we have to do is get this Phillips screw out of here, and then we also have another one right over here And this is the leg shield, or whatever you want to call it, underneath the steering wheel. That we've got to undo these two bottom ones here, and then this thing can be pulled out. After you get those two screws, you're just going to lift up from the bottom, and you're going to pop it out on the right side and then the left side, and then from there be able to pull the entire assembly off of there. So then what's holding this together is your OBD2 port as well as your hood latch. So this is just going to be able to be safely just kind of tucked underneath here. You don't want to break those wires, hurt the harness, but you're able to open up the whole system here and then actually be able to get to the ignition WIN module up here. So up next we have these 4 bolts that hold that WIN module inside here. So right here, 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 and there. And what we're going to be using is a T20 Torx bit, and this is out of the precision screwdriver set that I used on the cab lights video. So if you need to get a hold of that, you can have the link in the description down below. But this is going to be able to get these 4 bolts off, and then this whole WIN module will be able to come out the back as it is connected to the harness in the rear. So I'll go ahead and get these 4 bolts off, and then we'll look in the back and see what's under there. Okay, so now that we've got the 4 bolts off of here, we can just simply pull out the module, and you can see there's only one harness here. And so I'm just going to push in the little tab on the top. Trying to do it with one hand, it's not really easy. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, and that is the WIN module. You'll just take this out and be able to put the new one in. So if you're just simply replacing your WIN module, you're not adding a remote start or anything else, all you're gonna have to do is just put the brand new one back in. Just reverse the steps. Hook this up, put those 4 bolts up here, or the torque bits, and then the 2 Phillips screws down here and here, and then put the cover back on, and then you're good to go as far as the hardware installation. So next up, this is the OBD port programmer that they send you. So we'll take this out of the baggie here, and then we will go ahead and put this into the actual port up here. So we put the OBD2 port programmer in there, and that will get the truck and the WIN, the brand new one that you just purchased, synced up and ready to go. I believe it changes color, beeping to a blue from a red, or vice versa, one of the two. The instructions will be very clear, but you won't have to really do anything at all for that. It'll just take a little bit of time to get that programmed. But once you do that, then you will be done. If you have the added on remote start, I'll go ahead and show you that part as well right now. So next, if you did add the remote start, just real quickly, you're going to be replacing this whole assembly right here. There's a 10mm bolt here and a 10mm bolt here. This is going to connect in right here real easily. This is just running a ground straight to here. And then this part of the harness goes all the way down, trickles all the way down through here, and then I'm going to show you where it actually goes to inside of my actual fuse box. So here we are at the fuse box. What you're going to be doing is going underneath here, and let's see if I can get a good shot of it. You're going to be basically splicing in the wire that's for the remote start. That essentially is going to be inside that center harness there. Let's see. So the one that's gray in the center, and you're going to be just taking out one of those plastic little stopper things. I don't know the right term for it, but making sure that there's power that actually goes to that lead, and then you're going to be running it into there. So again, they have a much better tutorial for all that. They helped me do it over the phone as well. I just want to confirm everything I did it right, but that's the power that's going to get you power to the actual sensor here. So the reason why this is important for the actual remote start is that it has to make sure that the hood is actually down as a safety feature, so you potentially wouldn't get out on the road and your hood come flying up because it was actually loose to begin with. So again, this was the ground over here, and then the power that goes to the fuse box over there. So this is just a safety feature, just to make sure that after you've hit the remote start, maybe you go in and you put the actual key in, that you don't go out driving and your hood come flying up while you're driving without you knowing it. It will not let you do the remote start until the hood is sealed and it's actually in the right place down in there. So again, two 10mm bolts, the negative, the positive lead that runs all the way over there. I will say this, I did have some trouble with the hood latch right here. You're gonna have to need some like pliers or some type of needle nose pliers right there to be able to pull that out enough to get it over this little hook area, so that it can actually connect to this brand new assembly here. But it took me a little bit of time. I got that done, and I had great help from the whole team there. So anyways, this is the setup to be able to add your remote start while you're fixing the problem of your old Win wearing out. So hopefully this video was a help to you. If you have a problem with your Win module where your key is having some issues, it's loose, it's got some problems, or anything else. If you're just wanting to add a remote start, if you're wanting to do that for a cheaper cost than you would be able to at the actual dealership, these are the people to go to. And I've had great success with mine, had no issues. And I just wanted to offer this to you guys as well, because I know many of you do have these Ram 3500s, 2500s with these types of situations, especially with all the miles that we put on our trucks. So again, I just wanted to have full transparency with you. I asked if I would be able to get a key out of making this video for them, for the effort and time putting into this, to give them a shout out, and they said yes. So even if they said no, even if they never returned my call, even if any of that, I fully believe in this product. And the truth is, paying $600 from them for a new one, or going to the dealership, you're saving hundreds already. So these are the people to go to, and they've got great shipping and quality product to stand behind. So anyways, that'll wrap it up for the video, and until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you later. God bless.